To New Zealand now, where the Prime Minister's declared a public holiday to commemorate the Queen's passing in line with the UK and Australia. Sky News New Zealand Bureau Chief Jessica Maggio is live in Wellington. Jess, when will the holiday fall?
Well, Kieran, there was some uncertainty as to whether the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern was actually going to instill a public holiday to commemorate the Queen's passing, but she has done that this afternoon. It will fall on September 26th, that is Monday week, and it will be the day that there is a state memorial held for the Queen. It will be televised and it will be live streamed, and she says that she felt it was appropriate to have a public holiday in which as many New Zealanders as possible could take part in that service and watch from home or even attend a public service if they so wish. But she wanted New Zealand to be part of that historic occasion, and she did make note of the fact that New Zealand is following suit of the UK and indeed Australia in sharing in that celebration of the new head of state for King Charles III.
This, I hope, will be a chance to acknowledge a lifetime of service to New Zealand by Queen Elizabeth II, but also mark the new chapter which we now enter.
Now, Business New Zealand and other parties here across the country have said that this is a controversial decision and that it may cause significant disruption, not only economically, but also in terms of medical procedures or indeed treatments that have been pre-booked in terms of schools and daycares. The Prime Minister acknowledges that it may cause minor inconveniences, but she believes that the grandness of this historic event certainly outweighs those inconveniences, and she says it is a one-off, and she believes that New Zealand should be a part in history making here. But ultimately, she says that this is something that she believes many Kiwis won't see for the rest of their lives, a change of head of state. So she wants as many people to take part in that as possible.
We need to, of course, acknowledge that this is currently here a 1 in 70-year event. The Queen was our sovereign, our head of state, made an enormous contribution to New Zealand through her public service. And this marks a significant end to a chapter. This gives also New Zealanders a chance to attend, should they choose, the memorial services across the country on that same day.
Now, during a press conference here this afternoon, she was asked about whether New Zealand will become a republic, and she did answer the question saying that with the utmost respect, this is a period of mourning. She has previously said that she believes New Zealand will become a republic during her lifetime, but she made point of the fact this afternoon that it won't be during her governance. Now, most New Zealand Prime Ministers since John Key have called for a referendum and said that New Zealand should be republic, but she says that out of respect for Her Majesty and her 70 years of dutiful service, she will not even entertain that thought during her prime ministership. Now, what happens from here is that she will attend the funeral. She will depart New Zealand on September 14, that's this Wednesday. She'll then attend the funeral in London in the UK on September 19. And then following that, she will be attending the UN General Assembly in New York. So she had been initially planned to be travelling to New York on the 17th of September. So she's had to shuffle around some of those plans. But essentially, she says that she still will go to the UN General Assembly because it is relevant at a time, particularly where there is a war in Ukraine and there is COVID recovery happening economically speaking. So quite a busy schedule for the Prime Minister ahead, but she is paying her respects on behalf of New Zealand for the Queen.
Jess, thank you. Appreciate that live from Wellington now.